begin.
I love this little music. It makes me so happy.
It's like I'm in Disney World.
It's kind of like Disneyland when they had like the Tron rave going on at California Adventure. Okay, that's for another day, guys. But I am here with former football player and Ballers fanatic.
I do not have fanatic.
Well, he was a wide receiver, so you are a balls fanatic, aren't you? Catching balls?
Yeah, sure.
He likes it. I liked it. Thank you. Good recovery.
Yep.
Just introduce yourself.
I'm Ricky Vitucci, and I am an ex-football player that loves the show, can't get enough of it.
Catching balls.
And
I'm Yvette Sanchez, of course.
She catches balls, too.
Oh, I was waiting for it. I was like, wait a minute. Is it going to happen? Is it not? But
there it is.
There we go. Now we feel so much better.
Sorry about that. Late on the sound drop.
It's all good.
All right. So what did you think of tonight's episode overall?
I thought it was a really good episode. A lot of really cool pieces that we see come into play. We see a lot of truth, which is awesome because this is a show that doesn't. The players or the characters in this show, the majority of them don't really like to tell you exactly how they feel and what's actually going on.
Yeah.
So it was cool to actually see the truth come out from a girl, two football players,
Yes.
ex-coworkers. So I don't know. I loved the episode, and I'm excited for the season to come.
Yeah, you know, what I really liked about it is a lot of people now, especially with like a lot of things that are going on, they tend to think that the NFL is big on let's not tell the truth, let's keep everything hush, and they think people don't get the proper punishment or, they don't get reprimanded for their actions. But I agree. I liked the same thing. I liked that there was a lot of truth. And so speaking of truth was when Kassan basically tells Spencer like what really happened.
Yeah.
He you can tell that he initially tried to lie, but he couldn't, which goes to show you that the guy has a good heart and he's a human being. But what do you think that says about Spencer?
I like it. I like that Spencer is giving this kid another shot at the league. A lot of people, the majority of people in this world, unfortunately, they don't come into this world with the best upbringing, living in the best neighborhoods. It's not their fault. However, they do have to be smart enough to know that this is not the proper way to live, and this is not the proper way to do things in life. So, he is just, this is just, I guess you want to call it bad habits from back when he was a kid.
Right.
So he's used to rolling with a certain type of people. He's used to doing certain things.
Yeah.
He's used to not taking, excuse my language, shit from anyone.
He did also say, though, he said that, and this does happen to people, wrong place, wrong time. He just happens to be around the wrong people. But he did say that he values his friendships and where he came from more than the value of being in the NFL. That he values the opportunity and he values being truthful, but that he valued his friendship and his upbringing and where he came from. So he almost made it sound like he has to give it back to them. Does that make sense? Like in a full sense, like he's never really able to grow and move on from, let's say, the bad upbringing or the bad place he came from, but he's still thinking of like the other people behind him, which in a sense, I get it. But in another sense, it's like sometimes you need to detach yourself from that and move on because that's going to pull you back, weigh you down, which is, why he's almost on the last straw with Spence. Yes, Spence gave him the opportunity to play for the Chiefs, but at the same time, he said, I believe in a second chance, not a third.
Right. It's I like it that Spencer's giving him another shot because I believe that everyone deserves a second chance, depending on what you do. What he did was, I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. It's a very serious thing.
Yeah.
However, Spencer is an ex-player, so he's. If that doesn't show that Spencer has taken this job for the players, to look out for the players, to give these players second chances, and not being an owner that's only driven on the business, and actually giving these kids a second chance at a job,
right?
At something that they've worked 2 decades to get to this point. People make mistakes. Did he go out purposefully? Did Kassan go out purposefully and use the gun? No, it was more of like a self-defense thing.
Okay.
But he's getting another shot. And, I feel like that's a good thing,
I do feel it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, to what extent is Spence willing to give someone an opportunity and turn a blind eye towards something? Because yes, it wasn't that serious, but he's like, I don't know. It's not like he just pulled out the gun. He's like, I pulled the trigger. He and Cliff pulled the trigger. So I was like, that's pretty, it's pretty heavy. But at the same time, Ricky did tell him when they bumped into each other at the gym, he's like, hey, if you see him, he's like, you got to be straightforward with him.
Right, and he was right.
So then
he was straightforward. He told him the truth, and Spencer gave him another shot.
Do you think he's gonna mess up again?
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be shown this season if he does, because it would be kind of unless they're trying to kill off the character fast.
I don't know. There's just so many ways that this can go. And it makes me so sad that this is the last season because it could pick up and go so many different ways.
Yeah, I honestly think Kassan's going to take this second chance and he's going to run with it. And he's probably going to have a very good season. I mean, he's going to be playing with Mahomes. Like, come on. Like, it's a stellar quarterback. That's a top 5 quarterback in the whole league. So, yeah, I honestly think that this was his wake-up call.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Now, the other one who had a wake-up call was Ricky when he went into his serious...
Oh, my God.
His serious audition.
He went into a serious audition.
Yeah, serious. For everyone who doesn't know, it's not that easy to sit here and talk on topics. Like, there's reasons why we have notes and topics to hit on, so... I thought it was very real, that scene the first time watching it, because I was like, oh, let's see how he does. And he's like, so do you guys like Goodnight Moon?
Well, because he wasn't speaking from the heart. He wasn't passionate about what he was saying.
Well, also, and when she came in, and I liked that girl. I did not grab her name in the episode, but she was badass. Like, she went in there, she knew what she was talking about, and she was like, you need to know your audience. And it's really true. You do need to know your audience and who you're talking to. So I thought it was very funny, like just how he started and how hard it was for him to actually get a conversation going. But then it clicked on him, and then he called TTD.
Well, it clicked once he knew what he wanted to speak about, and it clicked when his father and his friends were on the show with him.
Yeah.
Because now it wasn't just him and the mic. It was him and his boy and his dad.
True.
So he was more comfortable. And now he's speaking from a place of knowing, comfortability, and from here.
Yeah.
From the heart. I mean, you give anybody a topic.
Exactly, that they're passionate about.
They'll speak about it till they're blue in the face.
Very true. And then also, I think it kind of sparked a little fire under his ass. Sorry. When she basically told him, she's like, oh, wait a minute, you're a coddled athlete.
Oh.
Like, I mean, that when I saw that, I was like, damn, she
Burn.
went there. I was like,
Burn.
she went there.
But she kind of has a point, though.
It is. It's true because, I mean, I've been there. I've been there as media, and how they coddle these athletes, like, behind the scenes is ridiculous.
They protect them. You know, it's like a mother and her kids. You know, they do whatever they can to not get their play. At the end of the day, players on a football team or on any sports team is a business.
Oh, yeah.
They will do anything to protect their business. If they know something that could potentially get a player suspended or go to jail, get kicked out of the league, or whatever, they will do everything that they can ethically and legally to try to not make that news or whatever that is come out.
Yeah. And then also, I mean, when she said that, I just thought to myself, like, you know, when you see these athletes and when they talk to, they're like, okay, here you are, stand them right here. You're going to talk to so-and-so. They're going to ask you like 2 or 3 questions. Move on.
Yep.
I saw that, and some of them, if they're not, actually, I literally just did this last night. If they are not a articulate person, they're not going to give you a conversation.
Of course.
And I think that's what Ricky struggled with in the beginning. That he couldn't really articulate anything or think of anything to talk about because he was nervous, and 2, he was there basically for an audition. So I wonder if how he put Spencer on blast is going to make this like a big show for him, and then it is going to take off.
Well, yeah, I feel like he's accidentally doing something. He accidentally stumbled across something that is really going to hit, and it's going to be probably a very big show. And I have a prediction that I'm going to write down before I forget for the end of the show. But I think that this is what Ricky needs. Ricky, when he was playing football, talked so much, right?
Yep.
Now he's on a talk show where now he'll probably get his own show and he'll make up his own topics.
Right.
Like, this is what Ricky needs to stay out of trouble. And this is his new career.
Very true. It is, and you know, it is very true. It will keep, now that you say that, it will keep him very much out of trouble. But I think it's going to put him in a lot of hot water with a lot of people he chooses to talk about. Because I know he was there willing to defend Kassan, but he was very quick. He threw Spencer under the bus real quick.
I don't think it was throwing him underneath the bus.
I
think a lot of people knew that.
Well, I mean,
I just think he was just speaking more from the heart to a larger demographic of people, and I feel like a lot of people who were probably listening,
right,
will probably agree with him.
True, but I mean, there is a certain way that you can kind of, I mean, basically, in a nutshell, what he was doing, he was trash talking him.
He was, but he's speaking truthfully, though.
He was.
Like, I believe there's a few different ways of trash talking. If I'm honestly giving you how I feel,
right,
that's not trash talking.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. Like, that's just one person's personal opinion of someone. You make your you make your decision afterwards. But I mean, he went in. He called him a narcissist. He said he was driven by material. He said, but you know what's funny is that Candace said, you know, oh, now you're, what was it? She said you're fucking a supermodel and something else. And I was just like, damn, I was like, they're really gonna like they brought that full circle. Yeah. They did, because she threw it in his face. Yep. She's like, basically like, oh, I wish I was in your shoes. Now I was a player. He has all the power. He has all the power. He had a supermodel, owns a team. And now he's saying, driven by material, he's a narcissist. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I'm going back. He wasn't far off, but still... well, then again, you know, I guess we all do love to see when someone starts talking.
And I also don't think that there's anything wrong with how Spencer is. Like, I get it. Like, look, we're all human beings, and we make mistakes. Like, if we don't want things for ourselves, like, then why are we even living? Like, we're not living for anyone else but ourselves.
Right.
So, of course, he's gonna want certain things and he has certain plans for certain things. That's just the human species.
Yeah.
Unless you're a nun or a priest or like
Even at that.
a monk or like somebody of a higher spiritual thing,
right?
Where they honestly want the best for others.
We're all materialistic.
We're human beings,
We're
right?
we all
exactly
want, if we can, we want the nice things.
It's like, why are you even... It's not about how much they cost, or it's not about how much money you make. But in this world that we live in, unfortunately, money is very important.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's just enough money to eat and to pay for rent and to have health insurance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So for like Spencer, yes, he's these things because these are normal things to
I'm sorry,
like,
every guy, every girl, we all want a supermodel. We all want to have our own money. We all want to be the boss of ourselves. So, I mean, yes, but is it bad to be driven by that? I don't think it's really bad to be driven. I don't think it's bad. I'm driven by, I want to have enough money that I don't got to be looking at my bank account to do something. You know what I mean?
Two things. It's not bad to be driven by that. Because... if that's what works for you,
right?
As long as you're not a bad person to people and you're not harming yourself, if that's what makes you get up in the morning and really work towards your business or your brand or whatever it is, then who are you to tell me that if this is what drives me, why is that bad? I'm not hurting anyone. But it's when you hurt people is when it becomes a problem. And your second thing was about the money being your drive, and then you said another thing.
Oh, damn, I already forgot what I said.
I like wanted to hit on it.
It might come back to you. It'll come back to you. But I said, if you're driven by money and you want it for success, like it shouldn't be bad. I don't think it makes you a bad person. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. No, but I mean... I don't know. I have a feeling there might be something underneath that Ricky's like holding against Spencer. I mean, obviously not just what we see from, on the surface. I think there's more that he's holding towards him. And I mean, when Spencer called in and pretty much called, I don't know, they had a little...
He was putting him on blast. Like, yeah, brother, I'm here now. Now let me see you talk shit.
And he's like, just watch. And he's like, all right, I'm going to be watching, because I really feel that Ricky doesn't believe that Spence is there for the players, and he thinks he's there for the money. And Spence is like, I'm not here for the money. It just happens to be there, and I'm here for the players. So I think that's just going to be a very big, like, I don't know. I think it's almost going to be like a healthy debate all the time between them now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like he's going to call him out, but it's not going to be in the sense of, we're not on good terms. It's going to be the sense like, I'm calling you out to hold you accountable.
Ricky is having I don't know if this is the right word, but it's the word that's sticking in my head, like a post-mortem to not playing in the NFL. So I feel like he has a lot of anger. He has a lot of things that he honestly wanted to get out. And now that he has the platform of this mic and a huge radio network of Sirius XM, he's going to be able to reach a larger group of people. Yeah. I just think he's just the mic, the radio show is going to be his therapy.
Okay. All right. That was...
Do you see where I'm going with it?
I see it.
This is the doctor that's not going to speak and just listen.
Okay.
And then he's going to give it every single thing.
He's going to give it everything he's got.
He's going to give it everything.
Mm-hmm. And you know who was trying to give everything? Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Joe, I thought it was hilarious how Lance was getting with him when he was just like, we've put in this much, that much. And he's like, and it's a pile of dirt. And I think, from last episode to this episode, I felt like it was like, oh, everything's looking so successful. Yeah. And then Lance is coming in and saying like, we're basically sitting on a pile of dirt. And I'm like, wait a minute. So is this going to like fold?
I think Joe is worried. Joe subconsciously and somewhat consciously is jealous of Spencer being an owner of an NFL team.
Because I think that's what he always wanted.
Who?
Joe.
I don't know.
Secretly, that might be what he always wanted. I mean, if you have Municipal and Sports X and, you know, you've got this great thing that you feel so passionate about, and you're still kind of worried about someone who's owning a team, it's like...
He misses Spencer. I'm telling you, Joe misses Spencer. As much as they quote unquote hate each other, or Joe hates Spencer,
Right.
I think Joe is really, he's having a FOMO from Spencer. Like, he misses Spencer.
Well, yeah, of course he misses Spencer.
And he sees Spencer doing all these things, and I don't know.
Because you know what? I think he has the FOMO of Spencer because he's not doing much.
He just bought an agency.
He's making it sound like he's doing. You know what I mean? You sound and you make...
Yeah, true.
But at the end of the day, is it really happening? Because I can invest in something.
Yeah.
And I can buy something. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, he's doing things, honestly, to like kind of spite Spencer or to try to compete with Spencer. And that's not how you do business.
That's the thing. Everything is driven to... get back at Spencer.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's not working is because he's not doing it for himself. He's doing it to get back at Spencer. And Spencer's more successful because Spencer's like, I'm doing it for myself. Like, this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting.
So, I mean, and finally, I called it. I get excited when I called things and it works. Him and Kate.
I didn't see that. I had no idea. I saw that they kissed, but I'm saying I didn't see them two.
I totally saw
matching.
it when they were like, I mean, if you look at them, I don't think I wouldn't see them as a couple, but, you know, throughout the episode when they're at the party, we see how he's getting so jealous, and then she comes up and, you know, she gives him a nice little kiss on the lips.
Is it jealousy? I mean, I thought the guy wasn't straight. Like, I don't know if Joe was jealous.
He was.
You think?
He was so mad that, like, she was giving him all the attention, and...
I thought, see, I saw, but Joe brought her into the conversation.
Yes.
She didn't just come into it. Like, Joe purposefully called her name and brought her into the conversation. I think there was more going up in Joe's head that Joe was showing, and then once she kissed him, yes, he likes her, but the kiss
I think she's
kind of
a
helped
tease.
with everything. I think she's a social climber. I think she knows exactly what she's doing.
Oh, she knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah.
Because when she just... I literally wrote it down that she flirted her way to get whatever she needed from Pascal.
Yeah.
So...
She
to
knows
say
exactly
that this
what
girl
she's
doesn't
doing.
know how to use her tools, yes, she very much does know how to use her tools.
She's a sharpshooter.
So, there you go. But before we even get into Jay and Reggie, do you have anything to tell our beautiful viewers watching and listening?
Yes, I want to say thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV talk. And without you guys and gals, there wouldn't be no us. So we just want to say thank you so much with that. I'm not too sure how you are watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to us on a podcast, either way, please click the subscribe button or the follow button, hit the like button, and then comment on anything that you're thinking, anything that you want to see, something that we're not doing, the things that we are doing, the stuff that you love, anything. Comment below. And thank you so much. We appreciate you, and thank you.
That was so great.
Thank you.
And I love doing my little animation for it.
It kind of distracts me a little bit.
Did I make you nervous?
No, but I
Okay.
could just see it moving in the corner of my eye. I'm just like, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused.
That's me. But, so, okay. So now I'm just kind of confused about Reg. As far as what
No, you see it. Sorry.
Like...
Sorry, go ahead.
I just...
They all have a hidden agenda. Each and every one of them.
Thank you, because I'm like, you're down his throat for wanting to play video games or wanting to do this. He finally bumps into Rick Fox.
Yeah.
And then, now all of a sudden, Which is, I mean, it's
Shout out to Rick Fox, by the way. You still look good.
I know, you still look, I think
are.
he's like 50-something. He's in his 50s. I don't know, but he looks great.
Yeah.
But I just feel so bad because I think Vernon like really just truly loves to play video games. And he's coming from such an innocent place in his heart, and Reg is like,
he sees an opportunity.
Yes.
Look.
But there's nothing wrong with seeing an opportunity and chasing it.
Right, but he could do both though. He could play football and then he could play video games on his off season.
But that's what he's trying to get him to do.
Right, but Reggie only is now into the idea because he ran into Rick Fox, and Rick Fox was like, yo, the money in video games right now is stupid.
Yeah,
you should do it. And then you could start your own league. So, look, Vern is Reggie's money maker. So if Reggie sees an opportunity for Vern to make money, why not?
Yeah, but this could also backfire on him because he said, look, we'll get you like an esports team, we'll get this, we'll get that, we'll get it all going if you sign the $80 million contract with the Cowboys. He's like, because we need the money.
We need the money.
So,
but that's why he has to sign, because he doesn't have the money to start up your own team in your own league, apparently, because it's like having a business. You have to employ these gamers. So he's basically going to be paying these gamers to be a part of his squad.
Yeah.
So they could create the ultimate squad. And I actually think that this is honestly like a pretty cool twist to the show, because I feel like this team is going to have some pretty cool cameos on this team.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but I just feel like the teammates of this team is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great for like the gamers who do happen to watch this, or if they're into it, or if you have a gamer that is into sports and all that, when they watch this, they're going to get something of their favorite, their favorite guy is going to make a cameo. But before we get into our favorite quotes of the show, do we have any gossip on the show?
AfterBuzz TV News.
So I'm sure you are all wondering, well, not all, but some of you may be wondering if Ballers Season 5 is going to be ending, or are they going to be coming back with a Season 6? So unfortunately, Ballers is ending after Season 5, and the reason is because the ratings have plummeted from Season 1 to Season 5 currently right now. It was the most watched comedy series of all scripted TV. And as the seasons went on, it progressively got worse and worse and worse, and the ratings went down. So unfortunately, after the season, it's done. And The Rock made a very heartfelt video that he posted to his Instagram saying how much he loves his fans and how this show gave so many opportunities to new and upcoming like actors and writers and stuff like that, and it gave them a job. So this is the final Ballers panel.
I'm so sad.
It's sad just because like season 4 finale. Season 4's finale.
I'm not doing anything to make him nervous this time, guys.
No, I'm just reading this bad. Season 4's finale only managed to pull in 600,000 compared to HBO stablemates Barry, with the season 2 finale drawing in 2.2 million.
600,000.
That's it. Yeah.
You guys, that's extremely low.
That's low. Yeah. So that's why it's gonna be stop.
Okay, I can.
Yeah.
I understand it.
Because I'm sure it's a lot of money to make, because there's a lot of big name people on this show.
There's a lot of big names on this show, so jeez.
Yeah. That's it. This is the last season.
But at least they gave them a last season.
Yeah.
At least they didn't cut it right there.
No,
cold turkey.
Right.
So, that's another good one. But the last thing we're going to talk about is our favorite quotes of the show.
Yeah.
Ricky, why don't you start us off with your favorite quote? I just thought of
fairy dust.
I thought of whatever.
Yeah.
She'll come to my head.
All right.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Cinderella. The
No,
fairy godmother.
The fairy godmother. All right. So my favorite quote that I loved in this episode was, "I believe in second chances, just not third." And the reason why I like that quote is because, yes, I feel like 95 to 99% of the people should be given second chances. But if I have to give you a third chance, then that's basically a slap in the face. And it's basically you not respecting yourself, on top of that, not respecting me. So therefore, we're done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My favorite one, I had to, of course, love it because he's like Belichick says, do your job. It's my team. Those are my boys. I loved it. Shout out to the Patriots. We won today. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 43-0.
43-0?
Yes. Against the Dolphins.
Oh, my Lord.
But, there's the Dolphins. Anyways, but I really liked when he told him, you want easy, just die.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously we don't want anyone to just roll over and die, but I understood what it is. It's, if you want easy, it wouldn't be worth having. You got to work for what you want. You got to work for what you have. And you just got to keep going at it. Nothing in this life is easy. Nothing in this life is given to you. There was always a quote that I loved as well that is something along those lines. And it's like, for anyone who's religious, if you're not, I'm sorry if I offend you, but it's, God makes things possible and not easy. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, you have all the things there. It's provided to you. You just got to go with it and make the best.
Yeah.
Make shit out of shit salad.
Yeah. And make it taste fucking good. Oh, and make it taste good. Sorry.
But with that being said, guys, we are done for tonight's after show. So we are glad that you guys probably enjoyed just watching me and Ricky talk the whole time. So, you guys know where to find us. You can always find me at Sports and Sass with 3 S's on all social media platforms and the So You Think You Can Dance after show. And where can we find you, Ricky?
At Ricky Vitucci on all social media platforms.
And that's it, guys. We're done.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Thank you.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.